Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Philip.
And I'm Julia. Today I want to talk to you about the best and the worst experience we've had at the Naval Academy.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with our worst experiences. Julia, what are your worst experiences?
So I have probably come down to two things, like two worst experience. The first is finals time at the Naval Academy. The Naval Academy is already a very competitive place, and during finals time, like exam time, people become even more competitive. So I take school very seriously. During finals time, if if I have an exam in the morning at 7:30, I'll probably like study the night before until 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then wake up the day of the exam at like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning and grind for like 3-4 hours straight until the exam. And I would do that for like 5 days straight. So basically during finals week, I would probably just get average of like 4 or 5 hours sleep per day and just study.
Yeah.
So for me, like final time is just exhausting and competitive and nerve-wracking and just so much studying and doing nothing else.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
And then my second worst experience is probably plebe morning workout.
Yeah, so can you tell us a little bit about that for people who aren't familiar?
So plebe year is basically freshman year at the Naval Academy. And when you're a freshman at the Naval Academy, you have to wake up around 5:30 in the morning a few times a week to go work out with the training staff, which is your upperclassman who is there to train you to make you a better midshipman, a better future officer. So like you can imagine that there's a winter time, Annapolis, Maryland area is super cold and super wet. And you go to bed the day before at like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock because you're working out, you're studying, whatever. And at 5:30 in the morning, you have to wake up when it's pitch dark, pitch black outside. You know, you have like just get the cold. Sometimes have to roll in the mud in the freezing cold weather. So I really didn't like that. But thankfully, after freshman year, you don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So Philip, what's your worst experience at the Naval Academy?
Yeah, so I've had quite a few, but if I had to narrow it down to just one or two, I'd probably start with being unsat at the academy.
So what's Unsat?
Yeah, so being unsat is a term that the big Navy uses and the Naval Academy uses. So you have sat and unsat. As you can maybe guess, sat means satisfactory and unsat means unsatisfactory. So it's better to be satisfactory than unsatisfactory. So to translate that over to Naval Academy terms, it's basically keeping a 2.0 GPA. If you fall below that first semester, then you're unsat, and the next semester, until you have another grading period, which is almost halfway through the semester, you can't go out on the weekends, really.
You can't go on dates.
Yeah. It sucks. It's not very fun at all. But yeah, so that happened to me during my junior year at the academy, and thankfully I was able to turn it around after that, but it was pretty miserable until I did.
Yeah.
And then for my second worst experience, this one is plebe summer.
And what's plebe summer?
Yeah, so plebe summer, for those of you who don't know, are basically when all the plebes come to the academy for the first time, about end of June, typically. It's different this year with COVID, but yeah, we came around the end of June, and for 50 days, so you have about 50 training days. It's just you and your upperclassmen, no school, nothing else, and they are yelling at you every day, basically teaching you how to be in the Navy and how to go about daily life at the academy, teach you how to shave yourselves if you don't do that, how to get dressed in the mornings, how to, work out effectively, get in shape, pass the PRT, the physical readiness test. And yeah, it's not a bad experience for everyone, but I kind of got in my head, wasn't super about being there, and I just made it miserable. So you just really have to buy in, and it can be a really good experience with your classmates.
Yeah, definitely. So everyone at the Naval Academy has a vastly different experience. All right, now let's move on to the best experience. Philip, why don't you start us off? What's your best experience at the Naval Academy?
Yeah, so for those of you who've seen some other videos, you've probably heard about us talking about ring dance. And that was a great time. So at the end of our junior year at the academy, similar to high school, we have basically a prom. We call it ring dance. and it's basically a big party, but we're all old enough to drink now, so as you can imagine, things get pretty crazy. So ring dance basically means it's the first time where you can wear your rings at the academy. Your rings are a big deal. We aren't wearing ours right now.
Yeah.
But it signifies, you're growing up and you're about to graduate the academy. There's a little ceremony. You like dip it in some water, take some pictures.
Okay, it's not just some
fun.
water. It's a water from all 5 like oceans around the world. So this symbolizes a tie between you and the academy. Like it symbolizes you are from the academy and you have such a long, great history of the Naval Academy behind you.
Yes. Okay. So some water from all around the world. Yes.
It's a big deal.
Okay.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal, but it was pretty fun. So we rented a place with a bunch of friends and just had some fun, before and after, and yeah, it was a great experience.
Yeah, and then we're both single at the time. We actually were kind of talking, but not really. We just met a few months before that, and we decided to go together as friends. And I'd say ring dance is probably what sparked us to start dating.
Yeah, I'd say so. All right, so for my second experience, my best experience, that would probably be my last semester at the academy when I was Brigade Edge. So Brigade Edge is a member of the brigade staff at the academy. They're basically like the student body leaders of the school is a good way to look at it. And the adjutant is the one who assigns all the watches to everyone. So they aren't usually very liked, but it was a good experience. It gave me a lot of leadership opportunity and let me see like kind of behind the scenes how things worked at the academy. So if you end up going to the academy or you're interested, I definitely recommend trying to push for one of those positions to really like get that experience before you graduate and go out into the big Navy. But yeah, Julia, how about you? What are your best experiences at the academy?
I had a lot of great experience at the academy. I really love the academy. I think I'm the very few people who like loved it throughout the 4 years, and I still love it even more because now I'm not there anymore. But like probably 2 of my best experiences at the academy were NOS and LRAC. So NOS stands for National Outdoor Leadership School. For me, I actually got a full scholarship through the Naval Academy to attend this outdoor leadership school. I did Alaska mountaineering. So I flew to Alaska and then I was on the glaciers on Alaska for 23 days. In the 23 days, me alongside with about 20 other midshipmen, we did not shower, had to carry all our food and equipment, which is about half of your body weight. And we had to make tent every night, and we have to like start a fire and cook for ourselves. And just such an amazing experience that I don't think I'll ever do again. Like when in my 30s, when I have a family, I'm not just gonna go off to the wild and not shower for 23 days.
Yeah, probably me neither. But that is a great example of why you don't go unsat at the academy, because you get to do great experiences like that if you keep your grades up.
Yeah, and one of the biggest reasons why I got chosen for the scholarship and for the training is because I had a higher grade, which means a higher ranking than Philip. And
just by a lot.
And the second one of my best experience, LRAC, which means that the academy and the big Navy send you abroad for the summer for probably a few weeks. So for this, I got to go to Vietnam and Cambodia for free. So not only that you got to travel, but you're actually getting paid to go travel. So not only that I didn't pay for food, travel, room and board, or anything at those 2 countries, but I got paid for like $55 per day to just be out there, kind of. So in the 3 weeks while I'm traveling through those countries, I learned so much about their culture. I went on so many adventures. We actually, when we were in Vietnam, we went to the Ho Chi Minh Trail. We went to the Mekong River. We went to the very up north of the country, and we did some hiking. Overall, it's such an amazing experience. However, this training is very competitive. So for this particular program, about 100 people applied. And the officer in charge actually just ranked everyone by their grades or their ranking, and then only interviews the top 20 people.
Another reason why you don't go unsat and keep your grades up.
And then out of the 20 people, he chose only 4 people. So that's basically what, like a 4%
She's very smart.
acceptance rate. Philip is very smart in other areas.
Yes.
like I cared more about school than he did.
That's true.
But yeah, those are my two best experience. And a lot of people say that summer is the best part about the Naval Academy, which I completely agree. Because during the summer is when you go and see the big world, when you really truly understand what it means to join
Yeah,
the Navy and see the
Definitely.
world.
And just because you don't have the best grades doesn't mean you aren't going to have great experiences at the Naval Academy. It's just different for everyone.
Yeah.
During the summer, I did some really cool things too. I got to go sailing. I got to go drive ships around. You know, I got to go to Rota, Spain during my first summer at the academy. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. So basically, this is it, right? Like our best and worst experience at the Naval Academy. So hope you enjoyed it and give you a better idea of what the academy is like.
Yeah, and if you like our content, feel free to subscribe, like the video, and stay tuned because we'll be posting plenty more videos like this. So.
Yeah, and I guess if you're considering the academy, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to comment below. We will definitely answer any comments.
Yep. All right. Thanks for watching.